Hello, welcome to Mrs. Pilcher's Bookshelf. I hope you're having an awesome day. Do you remember last week's book? The book was The Bee Tree by Patricia Polacco. Patricia Polacco has a lot of books, but The Bee Tree may not be as familiar to you as some of her other books. But I love this book. It's just a fun book about a girl and her grandpa and the town having an adventure. I'm going to read to you a couple pages from this book. I'm tired of reading, Grandpa, Mary Ellen sighed. I'd rather be outdoors running and playing. So you don't feel like reading, eh? Feel like running, do you? Then I expect this is just the right time to find a bee tree, he said, taking down a jar and putting on his lucky hat. What's a bee tree, Grandpa? Mary Ellen asked. Well, it's where the bees make their home. It's where they keep the honey, the sweetest in the land, Grandpa chirped excitedly. But we already have honey, Grandpa, Mary Ellen said. Ah, but not honey like this, her grandpa answered with a wink. Thus begins their adventure. And pretty soon, different people get involved. Eventually, almost the whole town and even a few animals. But here's what I really enjoy at the end of the book. Grandpa took Mary Ellen inside away from the crowd. Now, child, I'm going to show you what my father showed me and his father before him, he said quietly. He spooned the honey onto the corner of one of her books. Taste, he said almost in a whisper. Mary Ellen savored the honey on her book. There is such sweetness inside of that book, too, he said thoughtfully. Such things, adventure, knowledge, and wisdom. But these things do not come easily. You have to pursue them, just like we ran after the bees to find their tree. So you must also chase these things through the pages of the book. Then he smiled and hugged her. From that day on, Mary Ellen never complained again about her reading. She found it to be every bit as exciting as a wild chase through the Michigan countryside, and as sweet as the honey from a bee tree. So I hope you will find this book, check it out from your local library, purchase it at an independent bookstore or through Amazon, and just enjoy the book. It's a really fun book. This next week's book is about an amphibian. Now the cover of the book has this amphibian on it, and it's in the title, so I will not be featured on the cover, but I will be from a page inside the book. Let me read you the first page of the book, and instead of saying what the amphibian is, I'm just going to say amphibian. Brian found an amphibian in the woods. It was a little orange amphibian that crawled through the dried leaves of the forest floor. The amphibian was warm and cozy in the boy's hand. Come live with me, Brian said. He took the amphibian home. Hopefully that will give you enough clue as to what this week's book is. So I hope you have a great week, and I will talk with you next week.